Cool. Great. You should stay. It's gonna be great.
No, I might as well. I'm already here.
Yeah, it's gonna
I
be
can
awesome.
just sit here, so.
Yes. Have fun. Good job. Thank you.
Hey, now I get to be behind. Now I get to see you this whole time. Except when I face you this way. But with Brianna walks past, I'm gonna just do this. Get ready. Okay? Because maybe I'll wink, maybe I'll blink, and you have to tell me.
Hi guys, welcome to Brianna Harding's capstone, Vanities the musical. We are so excited you guys are here to travel with us from 1963 to 1990. A couple of housekeeping things. Please turn off all noise-making devices. Please no photography or videography of any kind, as you will be arrested and go to jail. Emergency exits can be found to my right and to my left. Probably the right is the best. Should you need to exit at any point during the performance. It's about a 95-minute show with no intermission. Clear the aisle and the back aisle of any personal belongings because our actors do travel through those spaces. We have a couple of trigger warnings. So, mention of self-harm, strong language, mention of sexual situations, and smoking and alcoholism. And if this makes you uncomfortable at any point, you are free to leave and we will not be offended. And now sit back, relax, and enjoy Vanities the musical.
Lipstick, powder, mascara, eyebrow pencil, eyelash, powder polish, tweezer, eyeshadow, moisturizer, eyelash curler, bronzer, lip balm, eyelash hair gel, conditioner, wax and sleeve foundation. Not so very long ago, when the world was new, people never saw themselves with any clear eye. Face upon a frozen lake, floating in a brook, was usually our only glimpse at knowing how we Then someone made a mirror, and at last we thought we saw who we were. Someone made a mirror, and the universe began to stir. Such a mystery, but finally we could see. We found ourselves with our own reflections, asking, what will they think of me? 5, 6, 7, 8. Isn't it amazing? I can feel this break like the whole world's waiting on me. When I snap my fingers, people all bow down, and I guess that's how it was meant to be. My future's clear, so I'm aiming straight ahead. It's all guaranteed. But I be like my parents always said. I'm telling you, I don't want to miss a thing. No, I know I can have it all. Whoa, I want the American dream. It's like mom and dad both promised, so I the whole year long. There's nothing wrong with that. I get all I ask for from a teddy bear to a shoulder wearing a pillbox hat.
As for my goals, there's no secret in my search. But living the best of my life with a few short breaks for church.
You know, I don't want to miss a thing. No, I'm not going to be denied. Whoa, I want the American dream. And I'll have the perfect husband and the perfect diamond ring. He'll be mine with a kiss, and I don't want to miss a thing.
I wanna have a couple kids.
I wanna join a country club. I wanna live just like a queen.
Like Miss America. I wanna casserole.
I wanna make a jello mold. Ooh, cook, but never clean. La 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 la.
I want a man to
I want a man to ravish me. A man who listens when I sing. Timmy, baby. Uh-oh, I don't wanna miss a thing. Uh-oh, I ain't gonna miss the bus. Whoa, I want the American dream. Together we will grab it. Together we will sing. Nothing's better than this. Nothing's better than this. And I don't wanna miss. No, I don't wanna miss a thing. I don't wanna miss a thing. Well, we got a few minutes to finish this pep rally right now, so listen up. First we do the fight song, then give me a tea.
Oh, we always do give me a tea after the fight song. Let's do it the other way around.
Well, that wouldn't make any sense, Mary. We have to do the fight song first, or they won't be excited enough to give me a tea.
Can we just do it like we've always done it? I don't want to change it. It's hard enough as it is. And if we change it now, it'll get all sloppy, and what would that look like?
I've decided right after the fight song, we go into give me a tea. Hit it. Okay. Give me a tea. Tea. Give me an eye. Eye. Give me a tea. Tea. Give me an E. E. Give me an R. R. Give me an S. S. Put them all together, and what have you got?
You all are not together. Yeah, I want to know, is it pom-pom up on put them all together or not?
Well, I put my pom-pom up.
Me too.
Well, somebody had their pom-poms down. And I just know, at the rally last week, you both had your pom-poms down and I had mine up. And it made it look like I was all wrong when I was right.
Mary, it's pom-pom up on put them all together and down on what have you got.
Okay, but you don't have to tell me, I always do that.
Remember at last week's game when that guy shouted for us to shut up? He said he couldn't keep his mind on the game for all we were doing.
That's because you were yelling, push him way back when we had the ball. And there we all were telling our team to push theirs back.
I've never been so embarrassed.
Okay, but you could have told me. I mean, I don't know anything about football.
Well, when we have the ball, you yell something like, get that point, or do it again, harder.
Get that point is when you kick it through the two posts, though, not for a touchdown.
Okay, well, when do we do block that kick? Block that kick.
Okay, let me make this
Just tell him to make it short. Nobody listens anyway.
Oh, and we've got to make an announcement that those creeps who sit in the card section tonight have got to do their job.
All those girls with glasses and pimples.
All those boys with glasses and pimples.
Creeps. Those cards were a mess last week, and if they aren't going to flip them right, they should go sit in the band section where they belong.
I died last time when they spelled out, they tried to spell out yeah team and it ended up being yeah
Oh,
me.
yeah, me too. Yeah, me.
What does the team think when they look to the stands for encouragement and read a huge sign that says, yeah, meat?
I don't know, but it makes sense to me. The whole team's good enough to eat.
Oh, it's the band's fault, I tell you. They play at the worst times and they never look to see what we're doing. And sometimes they even play the baby elephant walk right in the middle of our yells.
How many girls in the band have ever been elected to anything in this school?
A 0.
Zilch.
Goose, girls in the band are the worst.
Why do we get all these losers to pay more attention to us?
It's the lack of spirit, I tell you. I love that team out there hitting and getting themselves killed for the school. Sometimes I think that all the students in the stands just want to have a good time.
Yeah, we're out there screaming and crying, and everybody else is out at the snack bar getting french fries. It makes me feel stupid.
Well, that's why we've got to work harder to make them care, okay? Everything in life depends on good preparation. Cheerleaders need to live up to demands. If we're not perfection, then we'll have to work harder. Now our routine's like the back of our hands. We need to drill them all so that the job gets done. We need to run these cheers so we can cheer each run. We need to rouse the crowd, but never crowd the team. And then the team will love us, and the crowd will cheer us, and the world will know that we're as perfect as we seem. And there, you have your organized Friday evening. You've got your varsity game of football. You got us there on the sidelines, helping them win. Then you'll go with our guests to some perfect set. Finish the night with a little petting, and that's how you begin to have an organized life. Now, we've got to think about the football dance. It's less than a month away.
Oh, names for the football dance are always so corny.
Well, I was thinking about over the rainbow.
Doesn't that sound more like the prom? Shouldn't the football dance have something to do with football?
Listen now, I'm sorry, but I know what I'm doing. Over the rainbow is what it will be.
I don't know, I sort of think we need something better.
Well, over the rainbow sounds perfect to me.
We'll need some big violins.
Oh, I think balloons are square.
Maybe.
We'll decorate the gym in lots of colors.
I know what shoes I'll wear. What are you gonna wear?
I'll buy a tiny little dress.
I'll get a new hairstyle.
I'll make a big, huge rainbow out of chicken wire, and I'll stuff it full of colored Kleenex by the mile. And there, organized night of fancy. We'll cover over the rainbow outfits. We'll be in charge of the punch bowl, setting the trends. We'll be girls who the rest of the kids admire. Thanks to some planning and chicken wire. Forever 3 best friends who live in organized life. Life is full of drama. Life is full of dreams and promises. It's up to you to make them friends. Can we get it? I know, we can run this high school. We can show them. So simply follow me, and we can be the best. Now when the dance is done, they pick the football queen.
I really hope that you. I'm sorry I don't get it, Mary.
I don't know what you mean. I hope you get it.
Oh no, I hope that you. It's not a slip of
There's only one thing certain. One of us will get it. But to just be certain should maybe fix the votes. And so we need
news.
Kathy, can I borrow your math homework? I promise I did all the problems. I just never got any answers. I'll just copy the orders.
Well, I don't know if they're right. I get them from Gary because he does geometry better than me.
What's today's date?
Friday,
Of course it's Friday, or would we be having a football game tonight? Friday, November what?
the 22nd.
Where y'all going after the game?
Well, that's according to whether we win or lose. I mean, if we lose, I guess I'll just go home, but if we win, Jim will want to go park it and score another touchdown.
I don't know how anybody could lose their self-respect. If I wasn't a virgin, I'd hate myself.
Amen.
I just worry what Jim will try next. When we first started dating, I let him kiss me. Then he went steady, so I let him kiss me and touch me lightly, on the top only. Next, he gave me his football leather jacket, so I let him rub up against me, with clothes on, mind you, Julie. Now he's giving me his football jersey, so I guess he can put his hand underneath my bra. But with every gift, I give in a little more. I mean, he's got more gifts lined up than I've got parts to give.
Can't give in! What do you do after you give in?
Right when our boyfriends strap us up, they go right over and pick up that trashy Brenda Blair.
Oh, isn't it funny that I used to like her? But the minute she became a majorette, her reputation went downhill.
Yeah, I don't know why becoming a twirler automatically makes a girl easy.
It's hard enough to keep boys down and necking and petting without Brenda putting other ideas in their heads.
The ideas are already in their heads. Brenda just puts them in their hands.
Well, Ted's not like Jim. He's true to me.
So is Gary.
He's not true.
Ah!
I didn't want to tell you this. I know for a fact that he's been out with Brenda.
Oh, you can't stand that Jim plays around. So you want me to think that Gary does too? Well, he doesn't.
Gary went out with her last week.
Where? You just tell me where.
Last Thursday night, Jim and I went to the drive-in. Gary was parked in front of us. We kept seeing them going up and down, jumping from the front seat to the back seat. They didn't watch a minute of the movie. I just know it was Brenda.
It wasn't Brenda.
Well, it looked just like her.
It wasn't Brenda.
Nobody but trashy Brenda would carry on like that at the drive-in.
It wasn't Brenda. Last Thursday, Gary went to the drive-in with me. Gary, I thought your mother would let you go to the drive-in.
She won't, and if you tell her, I'll never speak to you again.
Well, none of us are allowed at the drive-in.
You said you were going to the library.
You said you were going to her house to study Spanish.
I don't even take Spanish.
I didn't even know you were there.
Stop it, you two. Now, I have a good idea. Why don't you two come to my house after the football game for a slumber party?
I can't. My mother says I have to stay home until I get my grades up. She doesn't understand that I don't have time to really care about grades.
You have to care. How will we ever get into college if our grades are bad? Mary, have you even mailed your application?
No. Have you?
Let's mail them all together. Let's meet at the post office and we can mail them all together.
I can't even fill mine in. Where it says course of study at the university, I have to leave it blank.
I want to study psychology. I mean, I love to figure out what makes my mother tick. Whenever I have the gang over, she always runs around the pool drunk in her bra, trying to be the life of the party.
Then she falls in the water and the boys have to fish her and her bra out.
I mean, nobody wants to be around an older woman trying to act young. She's almost 40.
I guess I'll stick with PE at college. I guess I could teach PE.
Teach? I couldn't take it.
Well, it's not like teaching anything else. All you have to do is play games. And I already know all the games.
Y'all make it sound so awful. I mean, I want to go to college, but sure don't care to learn anything.
It's all to be a blast. Can't wait to get away from my mother. Won't miss her for 1 minute.
Well, I can't stand the idea of a new school with new people.
What if they all hate us?
I'd die.
What if Gary, Jim, and Ted don't want to go with us?
I would just die.
What if we don't all get in the same sorority?
Oh my God, I would really die! It's just started senior year. There's one thing on my mind. What happens when the three of us leave high school far behind? What if I don't get admitted and both of you do? Or if all that they have left is a dorm room for two? How would I get by? No, I think I'd die if I can't share college with you. I can't imagine not having both of you there at my side. I can't imagine, no, I can't imagine not being with you the rest of the ride. 'Cause I know I still have Ted who's in my head and heart. You are the most important thing in my life. I can't imagine us ever being apart.
What if we don't all get to be cheerleaders there?
You ought to be. You've been head cheerleader since elementary school.
All I ever wanted to do was be a cheerleader.
And you have been.
But we've got to have a plan. There's so much to think about. Boyfriends and sororities and one thing just occurred to me that fills me up with fear. What happens if that red doubler is still around next year?
What if every girl's pretty and looks like a star?
Every girl has money and drives her own car.
Can we play the game with some of the same as it is right here where we are?
I can't imagine not being popular all my life through. I can't imagine, no, I can't imagine people will love us whatever we do.
All life long we've been adored, which makes me sort of proud. Since that's the most important thing in this life.
I can't imagine us being one of the crowd.
Right now we're fine. Right here we're great. Our world is how it's supposed to be. I keep in mind I've had this straight. 'Cause I have both of you close to me.
We're being into the future right here. Not letting go of the past. Taking account of what matters and making it last. Breathe into the future. Not letting go of the past. Taking account of what matters and making it last.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine. Everything's perfect the way it is here.
I can't imagine, no, I can't imagine how it could be any different next year. Who we are, the things we do, took 4 years to arrange. Now this is the most important time in my life.
I can't imagine. No, I can't imagine.
No, I can't imagine how in the world it should change. Let's make this pep rally the best of the year.
We've got to get those kids to care about the team.
We've only got a couple minutes left, so let's run 2, 4, 6 right into 5. Okay, get your palms, girls.
Okay.
Ready? Hurry up. I said a minute or 2.
Ready?
Okay. 2, 4, 6, 6. We appreciate Tiger.
Students, we want all of you to report to your homeroom immediately.
What is he talking about?
I repeat, go to your homeroom.
Darn, I hate homeroom.
We have a report, and only a report, that
Somebody stole something from the lunchroom again. This school's full of things.
students, I am sad to announce the president has been shot.
The president of the student council's been shot.
President struck down in Dallas.
Dallas? I just saw him in algebra.
If this report is true, classes will be dismissed for the rest of the day.
Oh, what about the pep rally?
In any case, the football game will take place as planned this evening.
Thank God. through your closet. We need to start our officers' meeting.
Well, I've got my French class tonight. I figure if I dress French and go wee wee a lot, the professor will think that I understand what he's saying.
Joanne, get in here. There's a lot to be done.
Sorry. I was on the phone. My mother says I ought to hurry with my wedding plans. She says it's the most thing she's worried about since the day I was born.
Okay, let's get started. What are we going to do about all these rush applications?
This one or this one?
That one's cute.
Well, I don't want to look cute. I want to look French.
There is a whole group of awful girls whose great-grandmothers were Kappas, so we've got to pledge them. But I'm thinking they'll drop out in training if we're rough enough.
I need to know. Do you think it's awful to be hard on some pledges because we hate them?
Now, Joanne, there is one thing that no one at this school does, and that is joke about a Kappa. And I'm going to make sure that before we graduate, the next group of girls fits the image.
We'll be cruel at Rush. I won't even consider a girl who's liable to break the house rules. This is the best house on campus. And if we start letting girls wearing jeans to dinner and smoke, Cap is finished.
What's wrong with smoking? I smoke.
I know you do, and I wish you'd quit. It's totally unladylike.
For God's sakes, Joanne, this whole house is so oppressive, most of the members are scared to death. We ought to not listen to the silly out-of-date regulations and just let the girls loose.
I don't think this sorority is a place for girls who want to be loose.
No, we simply need girls like us who are friendly and shop at Newman Marcus.
No flower children. No drugs.
No.
Or guitar players.
It's our job as officers, girls, to make sure that Kappa stays the way we found it, the best sorority on campus.
We're the tops.
But you know the song, The Times They Are A-Changin'? Well, I think they are.
Well, I don't think the times they are a-changing. I think the world's in a crazy phase.
It's past time we try to take girls and cram them into an image. It's not important.
Mary, we can't change Kappa now. The best we can do is see that a good group of girls continues on after us.
I just don't understand why it's important to make girls good girls. And we ought to let them grow up and be women.
That's silly. Girls grow up to be women anyway. What else would they grow up to be?
I don't know, Joanne. Ducks?
We have got to get organized. Okay, let's talk about the spring. Spring is an S-O-B.
Okay. Let's talk about the SOB.
Mary?
Sure, let's.
Okay. I figure if Kappa can win Carnival Skit and the Olympics, that'll be a first. But sing-song is the real bummer.
Do we need a theme?
Well, most of the groups do medleys for Broadway shows.
If we're doing Broadway, how about Oklahoma?
Rodgers and Hammerstein's not where it's at. Fiddler on the Roof will be off limits for certain. The Jewish sorority always does
There's
that.
always cabaret.
Too German?
What about the King and I?
Too Chinese?
Well, West Side Story's good.
Too Puerto Rican?
And I don't sing that high.
We need an American show.
Oh, well, Bye-Bye Birdie's great.
Too controversial? When Birdie goes to war.
Let's not do anything about the war. Let Lyndon Johnson do something about the war.
What about Hair? It's this big New York musical. It's a great hit. I've heard the record. It talks about peace and love and sunshine.
What does that have to do with my hair?
Sunshine. I'll have a great big sun that's made of chicken wire, and I'll stuff it full of colored Kleenex like before and there. We have our musical pics for sing-song. We have our scenery and our costumes. We've got it down to a science, playing our roles just like everything else. All it takes is planning.
Built that hair like your Carol Chan.
As long as you've got goals, you've got an organized life. Okay, so that's spring rush, hair, carnival, and the Olympics. Those are the 4 big things before we graduate.
Graduation at last.
At last. last.
to my wedding at last.
I think we've organized our semester.
Did you two order the dresses?
Wow, this lost stuff I just came off. I just need to do today.
You haven't ordered the dresses?
We need to order the wedding dresses.
This is the biggest event of my life. How could you two not find the time?
Frankly, Joanne, we just don't care much for the color.
How could you say that?
Well, when you told us that your colors were green and white, we thought avocado, not lime green.
How would you ever choose those colors, Joanne? The sorority colors are blue and baby blue.
And our high school colors were blue and gold.
So it only makes sense to use blue.
Well, green is better for weddings. I mean, it's easier for teas and showers because you can serve all sorts of green things like cucumber sandwiches, green salad, green grapes, lime sherbet. There's no such thing as blue sherbet.
Well, I guess blue food is a turnoff.
Well, of course. When I was deciding on a color, I told Tad I felt rotten about not using blue. I mean, he loves blue too, but he said, blue or lime, who cares? Big fucking deal.
Boys don't care about color, Joanne.
Well, I guess we better throw you a shower. Somewhere between sing-song and graduation, Mary and I should throw you a shower.
Oh, that's sweet, but you don't have to.
Well, we've got to have a theme.
Over the rainbow, over the rainbow.
Oh, what about a green and white shower?
Like my chosen color.
Everyone has to bring something that's green or white. And we can do it in the garden because that's green already. And I'll make big wedding bells out of chicken wire.
And stuff with white Kleenex.
Well, Natch. Then it's settled. That's one more thing to do this semester. Okay.
There she goes again. Look at chatty Kathy, keeping track of life with her paper and pen.
You two go down to the dress shop and get those dresses tomorrow. If somebody buys them, I'll have a heart attack.
Then there's poor Joanne, desperate to marry, bringing up her wedding again and again.
We'll go down right after classes tomorrow.
Promise?
This would be my world. This is what I'm in for. Years of planning parties and being a wife. Sing a song. I'm green. I don't want to be mean, but this isn't my scene. And I feel like I need something bigger from life.
Well, Mary said she had to go downtown to pick up her ticket for Rome anyway.
Well, why Rome? What does Rome have that we don't have right here in Dallas?
Growing up was
glad I've stayed together for so long. I switch my boyfriends as quick as I switch my sweater sets.
It's not that amazing. Once you're with somebody for 6 years, you naturally marry them.
Well, I was with Gary for 6 and he married someone else. So I guess if we'd been together for 7, we'd be planning a double wedding.
Well, have you heard from Gary lately?
Since when do married guys phone their ex-girlfriends?
Oh, you're so brave. I don't know what I would have done if after 6 years Ted had dropped me and married somebody else. I would have slit my wrist.
I jumped for joy when Jim and I finally split. We got to college and just got tired of each other. Blame it on the sex.
I don't want to hear about it.
No, Joanne, the pill changed my life. You should get some.
Since when does a virgin need the pill?
Sad but true.
I haven't had the need to take it since Gary got married. He was my first and my last.
I can't believe you two.
Well, I'm not interested in sex.
Oh, does Ted know that?
All I know is I'm getting married after 6 years of not giving in, and that's more than you can say.
Well, it doesn't make any difference, Joanne. I went with Gary for 6, and then all the 5th year we were doing it, and all the 6th year we were sleeping together, and I thought it was the best. And then right before New Year's, he goes out, calls me, says he's met someone new, and within a month, they were married.
I don't know why he married her. That girl's a creep. She wasn't even in a sorority. You must have done something wrong, Kathy.
Oh, I did. I kept pouring pills down my throat so I wouldn't get pregnant. And I took those pills because Gary wanted me to. Then he goes out, she gets knocked up, and he marries her.
What?
I found out she was pregnant.
You didn't tell us. We're your best friends, and you didn't tell us why.
I knew.
You did? Why'd you feel like you could tell Mary and not me?
Joanne, I'm such an idiot. I was trying so hard not to get pregnant so that Gary wouldn't have to marry me, when all I really wanted to be was pregnant and married. I was smart and I lost him, and she was stupid and she got him. And now I see that she was very, very smart, and I'm the one who was so totally stupid.
A little bit.
Seems like one of those where did I go wrong days. Can't stop crying and I guess I'm not so strong days. Lost the only guy I ever had. It's been one of those, seems like I've been scarred years. Can't get out of bed and life is kind of hard years. No one ever made me feel so sad. Now all I see are cute boys with short haircuts walking by in a blur. And all I see is him and me, the way we always were. That's how it goes with cute boys with short haircuts pretty like they say, not pretty like the cute boys with short haircuts, with the games that they play, the games of all the cute boys with broad shoulders, loving all they survey and loving being cute boys with low voices and low morals and no interest. Cute boys with short haircuts, never looking my way. So here I sit, and that's how it will stay. Thanks to shattered trust and some slight disgust. No more cute boys with short haircuts. And I guess that's just okay.
Poor Kathy. Here my life is going exactly the way I planned, and yours, Kathy's just a mess.
I didn't think about Jim once after we split. We still get together now and then and do it for old time's sake. I was over him in a flash.
You didn't love him. Not the way we love Gary and Ted.
I'll bet I did. Just got tired of each other faster.
Ugh, if Ted ever gets tired of me, I'll kill him.
Well, if he hasn't got tired of you now, I guess he never will.
I haven't even thought about a place to live after graduation.
Oh, you could get an apartment near us. Ted wants to get a place near law school.
Well, I don't see much sense in staying in Dallas. I'm not going to graduate school.
Well, Ted has to. If he doesn't stay in school, he'll get drafted. If he goes to Vietnam, I'd die.
Guess I have to start looking for a job.
If I wasn't getting married, I'd be so scared I'd have to get a job. There I'd be with a degree in music. What would I do with it?
They can just keep. Oh, and me with the world's messiest room ends up in interior design.
Yeah. Well, you know, when I was looking for classes, I just kept going to the registration to find out what courses to take. And I'd go and I'd look at the science table and the English table, and they'd all be so crowded. Then I'd go to the music department table, and there wouldn't be a line, so I'd sign up for another class. Finally, I had enough credits for a degree, but I never wanted to study music. You got yours in interior design? Well, Kathy's the only one that got what she wanted. A degree in PE.
I guess I'll teach.
You ought to. You're so good at organizing.
They can just keep my degree. I don't know any more about arranging furniture than I did 4 years ago. They'd ask me, Mary, what 2 colors would you do a room in? And I'd pick the 2 worst colors. And I'd say, I'd do the walls black and the furniture lime green. They began to think of me as an avant-garde. Little do they know, I don't really give a damn.
Do you remember when we were little and people used to ask us what we wanted to be when we grew up?
Sure, I wanted to be a nurse, then a stripper, then a psychologist.
Well, I just wanted to be a wife. Just a wife and a mother.
But what else?
We all wanted to be pretty.
Well, I think you two are pretty. Me, I'm just attractive.
We all wanted to be popular.
We are popular. We were high school cheerleaders and now we're sorority girls. We did it all. We ran the gamut, Kathy.
I can't.
There you go with those secrets again. I bet you wanted to be head cheerleader. You all would have been.
I mean, I can't tell you what I want because I don't know anymore. What am I supposed to do?
Well, teach. Cheer up. Let's go out somewhere and get a pizza. I'd kill for one.
Don't you have to meet up with Ted?
He told me to get lost this afternoon. He's going to some sort of demonstration, but I don't know why he goes to those things. The Viet Cong aren't bombing the campus.
Well, I started protesting when they started closing the student snack bar at midnight. I mean, it used to stay open till 1.
Well, that's a good cause. It directly affected you. Ted says that the war bothers his conscience. He can't stand the needless killing of women and children. And I said, for heaven's sake, Ted, clear your conscience. You don't even know those people.
You did say that.
Of course I did. Don't be stupid, Mary.
I'm just glad I'm not going to be around for the destruction of this campus.
It's the flower children. Pot. Everywhere I go, I smell pot. And I don't want this house to turn into a hippie commune.
Hippies can't afford this house, Joanne.
What we need is an interesting activities calendar for the spring. And enough social events to keep the girls' minds off of current events.
We'll rush those pledges like we've never rushed them before.
We're losing 10 good girls this year after graduation, including us, and we need 10 perfect girls to fill in. Keep Kappa 40 strong.
10 noble women. That's what KKG is all about. Noble women with the key to the kingdom of God. I am a noble woman with the key to the kingdom of God. Kappa the key, Kappa the kingdom, Gamma of God.
Kappa, Kappa, Gamma.
I don't want it all to end. I'm scared.
Well, it's easy to be scared.
Are you?
Why do you think I'm going to Europe?
To see the world?
To avoid it. I'm running scared.
I wish I could run.
Well, I wish you could run too, Kathy, but you've always done what's right. I can't.
I really hate my life.
Hey, don't talk like that. It's been fun.
Stop planning. Don't think about it.
I agree, Kathy. Mary's right. Don't think. I always found it better not to think.
You like to stay protected. I never could. I tend to improvise my way. If life feels undirected, sometimes that's good. One trick that I've perfected Looking past the mirror, trying not to judge your face and your hair, turning from the mirror, thinking less about the clothes you wear.
It's a mystery. We're learning here by ear. Take tiny steps and make course corrections. Asking, where do I go from here? Gucci,
Gucci, Fiorucci, Rolf,
Calvin
Mary
Klein,
Klein, Givenchy, Cassini,
Yves Saint Laurent,
Austin, Laura, Ashley.
Balenciaga. Come on in.
Wow, I never thought I'd find this place I looked in. Every time I drive into the city, I get lost, and I tried to call for directions, but I discovered you're not in the book.
Unlisted.
Well, you're not in the book, so I got downtown by Ted's office and got a cab. Wish I knew Spanish, thought I'd die.
Well, you got here.
Finally. Kathy, you look good. You really do.
Thank you, so do you.
Oh no, I look the same.
You want some tea or champagne?
Oh, I get drunk this afternoon. I won't be able to get home in time to pick up the kids by 5 and cook dinner before Ted gets home. Though most of the time he calls me to tell me he'll be late. You better give me tea. Ted sends his love.
How sweet.
1 teaspoon.
I meant, give it. So how are the kids?
Oh, big. They grow up right before your eyes. Little Kathy always asks about her big Aunt Kathy.
I hope to see her soon.
Well, you know, we've tried to get in touch with you for so long. We invited you, but you never came.
Oh, I'll come soon.
Well, last year's Christmas card came back, address unknown. We got so worried we didn't
it has been a long time.
It sure has. Look at this. Ted Jr.'s 1 and little Mary's 3.
Oh, and little Kathy must be 5 now. 1 every 2 years.
Yeah, I've got one more boy to go. In 3 months, it'll be time to start again.
Mary.
Oh, I can't wait! Oh, don't run so fast. I'll get lost.
Oh my goodness, come on in.
I'll be damned, I'll be double goddamn. Please stay a minute.
You look terrific.
Oh, yeah. It's the outfit. I've never had the nerve.
I'm so sorry I'm late, but I had to.
Oh, don't worry about it. I was late too.
Anyway, I missed my hair appointment, I threw a fit, they threw a fit, I zipped through a bindle, saw something that caught my eye, tried it on.
And you bought it.
I bought it, it's a Chloe. Do you like Chloe?
I don't know what to say.
Well, just pick up a Vogue, dear, they'll tell you what to say. Anyway, now I've got all these silly bundles, just busy.
Well, I'm so glad you both came. We've got a lot of catching up to do.
Kathy, God, how'd you drop it? How'd you luck into such a drop-dead place?
Yeah, it's real nice. Views like this must be hard to come by.
Honey, everybody and his dog wants a fucking penthouse apartment.
Kathy, can I switch to champagne?
Mary,
Vodka martini and twist.
and we have tea or champagne.
I forgot I wasn't at a bar. This is a tea party. I'll take champagne.
So how have you girls been?
Oh, fine and dandy.
That's fine.
Do you still have your little art shop?
Gallery.
Oh, how's the little gallery?
Big.
Well, we got a couple invitations and we wanted to come, but he's so busy and I never get in. Ted comes to the office, but I never get in.
And how is Teddy?
Fine. When we moved east, I was worried he was going to go back to school. He wanted to drop his corporate law and go into criminal, but sure, I'm glad he didn't. I couldn't stand the idea of him being around convicts all the time.
Well, I guess you sleep better now.
Well, I mean, with the house and the kids, there's not much time for sleep. We've got this big old house. We've done it from top to bottom. You should see it. I did my own decorating. Me, a decorator.
Oh, I bet it's as cute as a bug's ear.
It is. It's got 6 bedrooms. 1 for us, 1 for the guests, and 4 for the kids.
I thought you had 3.
How'd you know that? Last time I saw you, I had 1.5.
Kathy told me.
I did? I haven't seen you
Sure you
since.
did.
Do you want some more champagne?
I thought you'd never
Oh,
ask.
just a tiny drop. Kathy, this is so nice of you to finally arrange some way of us getting together after 3 years.
3 years.
Well, actually, a little over 3 since I saw Kathy. 4 since I saw you last.
4 years.
10 since high school.
Senior 64.
6 since college.
Jesus, time flies.
No, I've just given up hope. I never thought we'd all be in New York.
Well, you live in Connecticut.
I'm close. I mean, did you girls ever think when we were little we'd all be sitting here together in New York City?
Never crossed my mind.
Well, this is awful nice. Glider flying high, doing well, sitting pretty. This is paradise. A garden in the sky with a view of the city. It took us long enough, but here we are today. We've got so much stuff to say. We're singing the same old music, feeling that old-time spirit, proving that time has left us just the same. And if you think we're aging, better not let me hear it. Honey, you know that isn't why I came. I'm not the type for slowing down and feeling sad. I'm holding out and hanging on to what we have. gotten back from your trip, that's right. Alfredo, Alonzo. It ended with an O.
Alonzo.
Oh, whatever happened to him?
I give up.
Thought you might have married him or something.
Just something.
Pretty see now, are you engaged, in love, what?
She means what's the dirt, Mary?
Well, the dirt is, Mary shacked up with Alonzo for a while.
Then what?
Well, then made out with dozens of others across Europe for a few years.
Nice man.
Mostly men. Now, Mary's doing it with the best in the long line of budding artists. He's built and blonde and barely 20.
Oh my God.
He does stuff for your gallery?
That's right, I exhibit him.
What does he do?
Pricks.
What?
He does pricks and neon.
For heaven's sake. Kathy, can I have more champagne?
Sure.
I bet you throw a lot of parties, Kathy.
What makes you think that?
Oh, well, you were so good at planning. I mean, we wouldn't have had a single party if it wasn't for you. You planned them all.
Yeah, Kathy, I'm surprised. There's no theme, no giant chicken wire teacups. I have the best idea. I should exhibit you at my gallery. With your talent, we could create a whole show around you. Erotic visions and chicken wire.
You've gotten great mileage out of my chicken wire and Kleenex. Always have. Now drop it.
Well, I seem to not know when to stop, do I?
My boys used to say that
Relax and talk.
about you. I am relaxed. I'm letting down my hair for the first time in years.
My dear, your hair.
So, do you teach close by?
I don't teach anymore.
Why?
Well, I got tired of it.
Oh, I get so tired of working.
Jesus, you work?
I'm a homemaker. That's a big job. Oh, and get this, you're gonna die. I am the junior choir director at church. I work for Jesus. I finally found a way to use my music.
I could die.
Yeah. Can you believe it? We're 28, about to be 29, mid-30s. I wish I could be silly and laugh and act all dopey. I hate being all grown up and mature.
Mature, you.
Well, of course, Mary, you always thought you were more mature than us.
No mature person would have done what I did in Europe. I hated my mother for making me come back. I guess she never dreamed that a graduation trip would last 2 years, so she cut off my funds and my fun.
Well, 2 years is a long time to be away. I'm sure you were homesick.
Oh no, I never get homesick. Thought I'd finally teach her a lesson when I came back. I was spouting French and smoking hash. I looked like a crossover between Bridget Bardot and Dennis Hopper. So I fled to New York, called a few of the rich men that I met in Europe, and convinced them to set me up in a gallery.
But why did you choose to have a gallery of erotic art?
Well, what else would an exhibitionist choose?
Last time I was home, I saw your mother and she said you were running a Hallmark card shop.
Let her tell her friends that I'm running a card shop.
It sure is nicer than saying my daughter sells porn.
I do hate, however, that all those bitches at home think I work for Hallmark. I mean, it's one of those companies that they look up to, like Avon or Tupperware. How about some champagne, Kathy?
I don't drink anymore.
Why would anyone stop drinking?
Well, I woke up too many mornings not knowing what I'd done.
That's exactly why I drink.
Well, what about you, Kathy? Ever go home?
No,
I bet you go back to teaching someday.
I'll bet I don't.
Well, was the work too hard?
No, I did everything right. All my planning and perfectly organized lessons. I was the sponsor for the cheerleaders and I arranged all their pep
Did
rallies.
you teach them any of our old yells?
Well, I tried. Every day I here in my gym suit and tried to tell my girls the value of pep. They weren't interested in being peppy, but they really loved to laugh at me.
So you quit.
I felt ridiculous, so.
Well, then I'm glad you quit. And you didn't look for another job?
No, but I spent the next couple of years at every singles bar and then every therapy group on the east side. And finally, I couldn't step foot out of the house anymore.
So you did nothing.
Nothing but sit around this apartment and terrace day and night.
Can't imagine you sitting still for a minute.
I learned. I read. I made a list of all those books that you never read in college. You know, the ones they assign you but you never read. Well, they're really good. Much more interesting than the Cliff's Notes. One by one, I made my way through all the great writers. Novels I only had seen on a shelf. Then I came out here each night and looked at the heavens. Anything just to get out of myself. It's silly, but I don't even remember noticing the stars until I began to hang out here for hours on end.
What'd you think about?
Death, eternity, even God. Another list. I wanted some miracle to tell me what it was that I wanted. I sat around all day without the slightest clue. It shouldn't sound so sad. It's what I had to do. 'Cause I had worked so long and I had tried so hard. And I was so demanding. I was so relentless. Always in control and never letting down my guard. And if that's how you organize your existence, you have an organized nervous breakdown. You get strung out and neurotic, messed in the head. It's what you tried to tell me way back in college. Call it a bitterly hard-won knowledge. There's something to be said for simply living your life.
Did you ever get your miracle?
No, Joanne. The truth is, if I'd learned to paint a picture or play the piano or just have one original thought, then maybe I wouldn't have cared so much about what other people thought about me. But really, I didn't learn a damn thing in our early years except how to be very, very popular.
Well, maybe the unpopular girls didn't learn a damn thing either.
I was a noble, noble girl without a single cause.
Oh, don't get into causes, Kathy. I said to hell with causes the night McGovern lost, but I let out a cheer last week when Nixon resigned.
I didn't. So, Mary, I assume you consider yourself a liberated woman, a bra burner.
I did burn my bra once. I staged the whole thing. One night at the gallery, I whipped off my bra, threw it in a wastebasket, and sent it up in flames. The crowd loved it.
And that liberated you?
Christ, it was a joke. Remember jokes?
You all make life sound so awful. I won't let my kids know about hate causes and braziers. There's no need. I won't let them know.
Then they'll grow up like us.
Well, I'm glad I grew up when I did. We were involved. High school pep rallies and events. Everybody liked us.
Did they?
We were happy then, and I'm happy now.
Mary, are you happy?
Well, I own my own business. I need no one. Erotic art may not be noble, but it certainly bought my freedom.
And I know that's important to you, Mary. To be free.
You betcha.
Now that you are, what are you gonna do?
Do.
Well, yeah, like on your tombstone, is it gonna say, "Here lies Mary. She was free."
On my tombstone. Don't write me off yet, Joanne. I'm very much alive.
But life is to be shared with somebody who will love and care for you. There's no sense in being alone or hopping from bed to bed. That gets you nowhere. And there's still time for the two of you to find a husband, and there's a lot to be said for marriage.
Like what?
Children. Precious, darling, adorable children.
I'll let you keep the children, Joanne. You can do the propagating for all of us. Me, I'll stick to pornography. It's less obscene.
I never let my kids see pornography.
I don't sell it to kids.
I can stop taking the National Geographic because all the naked Africans do it.
Your poor children.
Well, they're mine. And I'll do what's best for them because they're mine.
Oh, but for goodness sake, don't let them go near a National Geographic. I mean, they might learn something about geography if they're not beating off with the Africans.
I don't know how you can take any pride in selling film. Dad wanted to come to your shows, but I didn't want to. I would have been embarrassed.
Well, that's you, Joanne.
No decent woman would sell trash.
It's a business. If a guy has $5 that he wants to throw away on a sexual fantasy, he goes to a porno house or a dirty bookstore. If he has $5,000, he comes to me.
When we were kids, we used to laugh at smut.
I still laugh at it. Yesterday I sold a sculpture. $2,500 for a 6-foot neon erection. Now that's funny.
What would you do with it? You couldn't very well put it in the living room, not with children around.
We don't all have children. Just shut up about those fucking children.
I have beautiful children. You don't know the joy of motherhood.
I know the relief of abortion.
How could you?
By choice?
It's not the same. Ted said it wouldn't be. He said I shouldn't come.
And is Ted always right?
I just thought we'd still have something in common.
We do.
Then tell me we all want the same things. That deep down inside we're just the same.
Probably, Joanne, but I've got to believe that some people can change.
Well, what did you change into, Kathy, an art collector? Who did that painting?
I forget.
And his glasses, are they Waterford?
I guess.
They're Baccarat. Kathy, whose apartment is this?
Belongs to a friend.
A lover?
A friend?
It's not yours.
No.
Well, you've got good taste. Good taste in friends.
Where do you live?
Here.
But it's not yours.
No.
I'm confused.
Well, don't be confused. Kathy's obviously not going to tell us, so let's not pry.
There's nothing to tell. This isn't my apartment in the sense that I own it. I don't, but this is my apartment in the sense that I live here. I do.
Kept?
Not everyone uses sex to get what they want, Mary.
So then what did you get us together to talk about? Your fucking new agey enlightenment about life?
Champagne! Champagne!
Fill her up.
Come out here. You act all fine, like you're so great, but you've gotten meaner and nastier. I draw the line, so get this straight. You're not the person I thought you were.
We must
Things
bound to
you
be
say
painful.
are things I hate, and now I finally begun to see that every day since we were 8, how much you always made fun of me. Now I should go instead and say, I hope I can find my car. What should I
I can't imagine how you can live with your head in the sand. I can't imagine, no, I can't imagine all of these years that you still don't understand.
I can't imagine anyone being as selfish as you. I can't imagine how you lost hold of a girl that I knew. Who
We keep on the future.
they don't.
I know my passions are here.
And you don't have less nothing life in your life.
I can't imagine how you can look in the mirror.
Well, Kathy, thanks for this. I had fun seeing you.
Not much of a tea party, was it?
Ted.
And he's pretty good in bed.
Mary.
If I believed that, I'd kill you. But since I don't, I'll ignore it. Bye, Kathy. Go fuck yourself.
Tell Ted I said
Oh,
hello.
I'm going home right now to check little Mary's.
I'll get you a cab.
Come on, get down.
Joanne,
How long?
a couple of years. Teddy always came by the gallery when he needed something erotic.
Why?
I guess it was the last act of Sharon.
Or jealousy, maybe. Because Joanne got her fantasy from beginning to end.
And she can have it. What about you? Once upon a time you wanted marriage more than anything.
Yeah, and the longer I waited for it to happen, the less it mattered. Besides, what I've ended up with is better for me anyway, because for once I didn't plan it.
So you got all of this without a list.
Yes. I met someone who said, stop. Come sit on my terrace and figure out what you want to do with your life.
Have you?
I only figured out what I don't want. But now I see that neither you or Joanne can understand a thing that I'm talking about.
What I don't understand is why you even got us here in the first place.
I thought we might at least share a few laughs.
Isn't it funny?
Anything but funny.
I've got to run. Love you.
Three pretty girls in the sweet old yard, playing games and making noise. You would think that they had so much in common, talking algebra and prose. We were each of us after the big brass ring, so we swore we'd never leave home. And if it rang a little false, we knew we said it from the heart. Laughing, dancing on a spring. No one knew the others would bring. Friendship isn't what it used to be.
Three college girls at the movies, falling hard for Steve McQueen. You would think that they had so much in common if you stumbled on the scene. But you live at the layers of teenage ties, and a lot of what we shared is gone. We left each other far behind. And never noticed we moved on. Life flows, time flies, spirits run free. No one says it, and nothing dies. But friendship isn't what it used to be. But you know, some of us grow, some of us stay the way we are. Love burns out after making it so far.
Three women stuck at a crossroads, at a loss to reconnect. You would think them a mess of contradictions, and for once you'd be correct.
It's apparent that none of us made the grade, or at least not in the expected to see you today.
Well, Kathy called and told me. And Dallas isn't that far away. I'm sorry about your mom. It's been years. Years.
I never stopped asking Kathy how you are.
I sat in the car for about an hour wondering whether or not to come in. Didn't know what I would say. Took about 5 pages to list all of Ted's girlfriends in the divorce papers, but I left you out. Figured you didn't deserve to be amongst a bunch of strippers, even though you always wanted to be one.
Of all my mistakes, hurting you was my dumbest
But it was sweet of you to offer to help, and Kathy put me in rehab.
Oh, I wanted to help when you moved back to Dallas.
I know. I was too stubborn to let you.
I tried sending cards, flowers, presents.
I did like the voodoo doll with the pins. Can you still feel the pricks?
I was wrong, Joanne.
Me too. About a lot of things. But I had to come here today and offer my sympathy. And to say thank you.
Thank you.
Well, you showed me a lot, Mary. And in time I realized what a mess I was.
I don't know what else to say except I've truly missed you.
Do you need a hug?
Very much.
I can't believe my eyes. What the hell are you two doing making out in a funeral home? I sincerely hope this means you buried that hatchet.
Do you need a hug too?
I certainly do.
Thank you all for coming. So I don't really have a family anymore.
Yes,
Oh.
you do.
Here, Mary, have a tissue. And no wisecracks, because I'm not planning on stuffing any chicken wire. Not today. God, I haven't been back to this town in a long time.
You've been everywhere else. What are you doing in Montana?
Big sky country, lots of stars, and lots of time to myself.
I'm getting a lot of things off my chest today, so I have to say, Kathy, you turned out to be totally weird.
I'll accept that as a compliment, Joanne.
I hear you have a new husband.
I do. 3 years and 2 days ago, I threw caution to the wind and eloped to Las Vegas. Bob may not be a rich lawyer, but he's the best Buick salesman in Dallas.
And how are the kids?
Well, they're good. Thankfully, both the girls are Kappas. But Ted Jr. has just informed me that he is moving out of the fraternity house and in with a man who is 10 years older than him and owns his own advertising business. I think he's decided to play for a different team. Nothing surprises me anymore. I have you too, thanks for that.
Well, we're here for a wake, ladies, so maybe it's time we just pay our respects.
Will we go visit with Mom and get a burger or something?
It's weird there's no one here but us.
Guess she didn't have a friend left in the world except Jack Daniels.
Never saw her without a drink in her hand.
Should we have her hold one?
She might look more like herself.
You shouldn't laugh.
I wish her dead my entire life. And now that she's gone, I don't know what to do. It's the strangest.
Let's get out of here, okay?
I've got to stop by the little girl's room if I fix my face.
Well, fix mine too. I can have you slather on the wrinkle cream.
How's London?
Well, I'm opening my old master's gallery there. But in other news, I've met a man.
That's news.
So So I guess, Joanne, you won't be the only one to ever tie the knot.
You're getting married?
Simon drove me to the airport last night and he said, "Hell, I know your mother just died, but would you think about marrying me?" And I said, "I'd think about marrying you even if my mother hadn't died."
Let's see it.
Oh! I'll need you both to push me down the aisle. Please come.
Well, what are your chosen colors?
Black. You can wear what you have on. Anyway, Kathy, how's the new novel coming?
Oh,
Poor Kathy. With the first one, I thought it was a tale that never could have happened, but
Yeah, how clever is it that you named your tragic heroines Kathy, Mary, and Joanne? Three not-so-smart girls from Texas. Sound familiar?
it's sold well.
that's because I bought every copy so nobody would read it.
No. The next one is about, don't laugh, it's about my search for answers.
Oh, God. So you haven't found what you're looking for yet?
No, but today I found the two most important people that I've been missing. Oh, I don't wanna miss a thing.
That's right. Our future is starting now.
Could be. It's not the American dream.
But when expectations fail us, we can't fail each other too. Now there's one thing I know, I'm never letting go of you. Not you. This is where we met, when our lives were just beginning, and the game's not over yet. But I'm never let